Back. We're gonna do a makeup story time. I don't even know if it's really a story time, but it's more just like informational. If anybody here is like into social media and things like that, I'm gonna share my journey so far on the TikToks and the YouTube. I'm not talking about Instagram because don't nobody know what's happening on Instagram at this point. I had to grab a snack. I'm so hungry. Foundation I'm using is the Luminous Silk Foundation. It's my favorite, and I use the shade 13.25. So I started doing YouTube. I don't even know what year, y'all. It was so long ago, honestly. 2016, 2017 that I started doing YouTube. I thought I didn't want to do YouTube initially. I thought I wanted to do like blogging and stuff, because at that time it was really like influencers were like, they weren't called influencers then, they were called bloggers. The concealer I'm about to use right now, I'm using two today, but the first one is the Lancome Tint Idole Ultra Wear All Over Concealer, and I used the shade 460. Yes, 460. But yeah, it was like you were either a blogger or a YouTuber back then. Like the blogger girls were like fashion, like that's what they talked about, like maybe some beauty stuff, but mostly fashion. And the YouTube girls were all like makeup and stuff. My brow pencil I'm using is the Velour brow pencil, the Fluff and Brow pencil. But y'all, I think that this is discontinued. So if I can find it, I'll link it down below for you, but it might be done so. My boyfriend, my now boyfriend, but I think then he was just a friend, was like, you should do YouTube and you should like do a YouTube channel and stuff. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. That's not my thing. But eventually I did, and I decided I was gonna do it, but I didn't have a camera. And the best iPhone that they had out at the time with like the best camera was an iPhone 7 Plus. And so I told my dad, I was like, I want a new phone. I want an iPhone 7 Plus. And so he got me a new phone. And that's how I started doing YouTube, was literally on my phone. If I don't want to do this, like if I decide like, hey, this isn't for me, at least all I will have is a phone. Like, and I want to keep using the phone regardless. If I have a whole camera, like it's just gonna be a waste, because then I might just not use it. So that's how I like reason in my mind, like I should just start with a phone. Oh my gosh, I forgot to use this product. Okay, I wanted to tell y'all about it. This is like a newer product, I think, from Armani. This is their Fluid Sheer Glow Enhancer. So I like to mix this with my foundation, and it just makes your skin look so glowy and nice. This is a Makeup by Mario concealer, and this is the shade 380. I'm going for like a little bit more of a glam look, so I'm gonna highlight in some areas. I live in my little studio. I didn't have any lighting, so I was just like, oh, it's daytime, let me open all the windows and like film this video really fast. Like literally that's what I did. The video that I did that like kind of made me think like, oh, I should keep doing this, was I started showing like my crochet braids. I think it's called like New Hair Who Dis or something like that. And that video got so many views, and I barely had like 100 followers. And actually my boyfriend told me, he was like, you should keep doing hair content. And I was like, no, because I don't do my hair all the time, and I'm not going to show me doing the same thing to my hair every single time. And he was like, okay. He's like, I think people will watch it, but okay. I think I've told you guys before, my immediate response to most things is no. Sometimes it comes back to bite me in the ass. Milani Cheek Kiss bronzer, and I have the shade Mocha Moment. I think this is the darkest shade. I could be wrong. I bought mine off of Amazon, so I don't know where you would be able to find it in store, but I will have it linked down below for you guys. When I moved to New York, I decided that I'm kind of done with this. Like, I stopped posting on Instagram and YouTube. I wasn't ever really posting on TikTok that often. Like, I didn't have a TikTok until like 2021 or something, I feel like. But I wasn't really posting on YouTube or Instagram anymore. I am working in the fashion and beauty industry, and that's it. I'm a fashion and beauty girl. That's it. I'm gonna be a CEO one day. That was just like for fun. And my boyfriend is always just telling me stuff and I'll be like, whatever. He was like, you haven't really been posting. And I was like, yeah, because that's not my job. That's not my end all be all. Actually, before Corona happened, I started to pick back up posting on it. But then once Corona happened for real, I was like, well, I don't have nothing else to do. And as soon as I started posting again, literally hair brands like started calling me up. Not calling me up for real, but like the first hair brand, I feel like this is why I love Verb so much. They were like one of the first to be like, hey, we would love to work with you. Like, and I work with them like 3 times in a year. I'm using the One Size Ultra Pink setting powder. If you have seen me talk about this, you know I love it so much. I really didn't start getting like serious about like my social media stuff until we moved from Brooklyn to Connecticut. So one thing that happened with COVID in New York was a lot of people started moving out of the city because it was like, what's the point of being here in the city, paying this high rent, and we can't go anywhere. So going with my bronzer, this is my subtle bronzer in the shade Cocoa. I've gotten asked before if I have a discount code. I do not, but they're a small owned business, like, so just go spend your coins with them because they're very, very nice people over there. And also their products are just really, really good. Like, I just started seeing more of like, you can make, I did not put my cream blush on. I meant to use this Milani cream blush in the shade Blushing Berry. I could start to see like, this is like a life I could be living or whatever. And I feel like also with like COVID, I think it got like, it became more like public knowledge. Like, these people are influencers and they make a full-on living off of it. So this is a blush I want to be using from Laura Mercier. This is the first Laura Mercier blush I've ever used, and I really, really like it. They sent it over to me. It's called Sangria. Okay, like, I can do this for real. I just need to like be consistent at it and get better at it. This is the Laura Mercier Translucent Honey Setting Powder, and if you have been here for a while, you know that this was like my OG, triple OG. Like, I used to always use this setting powder, and now I still use it, but I'm using it a little bit differently. So I set all over my under eye and face with the pink setting powder from One Size, and I'm gonna use this to just like highlight and bake a little bit along my nose. I will say to you guys, I didn't really start getting better at like my short form content, so like on Instagram and TikTok and stuff, until recently. This is a Laura Mercier highlight that they also sent in the shade Rose Glow. That's what she looks like. And I just always take my highlight with my finger and I just dab it like right here. I'm gonna take the sponge and blend that out really quickly. I was posting on YouTube very consistently, and I was posting hair stuff on there more frequently. This is when I started, like, one of the videos I posted around this time was like my first goddess spray tutorial is when we like moved to Connecticut, and that one did very well, but I still didn't know to like just focus on hair. Like, something still hadn't clicked for me yet. This is the Sephora Micro Smooth Powder, and I use the shade Toffee. I am using the Milani Ungilded Most Loved Matte eyeshadow palette. I'm actually using eyeshadow today and not just bronzer. For whatever reason, when I was taking down like my protective styles and my braids that summer, something said, film you doing your relaxer. Literally overnight, like, blew up. Like, you know what? I won't even say like blew up, but it was getting a lot more traction than a lot of my other videos ever had. Something just clicked in my mind literally from that video, and I was like, okay, so the next video I'm going to film is going to be my, I think it was like my relaxer like must-haves or something like that. It was something else that was relaxer focused, but I wasn't doing my hair. So I was like, okay, so the next video after that is gonna be my relaxer whatever video. And then I think I did like relaxer do's and don'ts, and then I did relaxer 101, and then I did like, I just kept going with the like, it just like snowballed. I just kept doing relaxer. 3 shades in my crease. I mixed them together from this palette. That was Umber the Sun, Cinnamon Spice, and Cocoa Bean. I mixed all 3 of those together into my crease, and I'm just gonna use this blush from Laura, and I'm gonna put this on my eyelid. Oh, see, look at that, so pretty. Okay, we're gonna go with this. like my page on my channel just kept growing. It just kept growing. At the end of 2022, I was very close to 10K. So I was just like shocked that people wanted to see that. I think that pink on the eye looks very pretty. This is the Undone eyeliner, or actually I think this is called like their Maltese pencil or something like that. Sometimes the things that I don't think are gonna do well at all do really well. These lashes from Velour. So this kit comes with lashes, glue, and then like a little tweezer. It's very good little set. I think I have one of these already. I have been on TikTok for a while at this point, but I just wasn't really posting consistently because I didn't know what to post. Oh, I have not worn a lash in so long. That feels so crazy. I was trying to post on TikTok, but I just like, I don't know what people want to see. I was trying to do like little daily vlogs because that's what everybody was doing. It wasn't really popping off for me. And so I was just like, well, I don't know what they want to see on TikTok. So I'm just like not going to post on here. Liner is Farah Humidi. I feel like it's a newer brand, but I've really been liking this lip liner, and the shade is in Bruni. Don't know how you pronounce it, but it's really nice. Something in me was like, just start putting your hair stuff on TikTok and like start showing your wash days. Like literally the wash days that you see on TikTok are recent. And lastly for my lip gloss, I'm putting on the Milani Lychee Nectar lip oil. They're what do you call that? They're fruit fetish lip oils. Oh, and this one, this one's my favorite right here. I had no idea like what I was trying to do with TikTok, and then I was just like, start posting your hair stuff on there. Like, why don't you post your hair stuff on there? Like, that's how I talk to myself. And so that's what I started to do. I started to post my hair content on there, and literally it wasn't like overnight, but it just started to make sense, like what I should post. And then with YouTube, like, it was just like the more I leaned into hair in 2023, like I ended the year just shy of 300,000 or 300,000, 30,000 subscribers. And like, honestly, I can just say 3 things like helped me get here if you're trying to like grow your following. Being consistent, finding what my niche was, and like kind of sticking to that. I just don't know if I like this side part business. Like, all right, so this is our finished makeup look. I did go and throw on a hoodie because it is so cold. If y'all don't know, when I film in my house, I can't put the heat or the air on. So either in the summertime I'm hot or the wintertime I'm cold, because of where I sit in the house. You're gonna hear it, it's so loud, so I can't have it on when I film. Suffering for y'all, you're welcome. So anyways, that's it. I'm still debating on if I like the side part, so if you never see me with a side part again, sorry. But yeah, that's our finished makeup look. I'm gonna say this is a Valentine's Day look because it just came out looking like that. It's very pink on the eyes. I hardly ever wear pink eyeshadow or things like that. The lips are pinky, the cheeks are pinky. We're just having a pinky good time. So I hope you guys enjoyed that and my little story time of like how I've experienced growth on social media. If you like this type of content, please make sure you comment down below. Also follow me on TikTok too, because I do post a lot more about like my content journey on there as well. So while I apply some more blush, I will just tell you guys thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.